Hi, I'm Dede Hart with Dede Hart Energy. I've been working in the energy business, helping people realign energy since 1997. It's been a long time and it's been a beautiful, beautiful journey. I am doing this video tonight because I haven't done one in a couple of years and I want to say hi to everybody. Hello, I love you so much and thank you for all of your love, your support, and showing up for this beautiful work. That's my number one message, is to say thank you. Number two is I am going to start these videos again. I'm going to produce at least 2 a week and they'll be here on this YouTube channel. And I'm excited because there's a lot to share. There's been a lot of information going around and a lot of energy information going on and a lot of growth and expansion for everybody. I think everyone can say that they're in a different place today than they were 2 years ago. I was doing regular YouTube videos before the pandemic, and when the pandemic started, I switched all my clients to 100% phone sessions, and it's been beautiful. Most of my clients are dedicated to personal growth. They invest in themselves and their personal growth. They recognize that we're always evolving and we are here to learn. And the faster that we can learn and the more we can learn, the better we become. We're here not to just regurgitate all that we've been taught by our forefathers, but we're here actually to innovate, to invent, to expand, to be dynamic, and to move forward. So welcome. Today is December 6th, I'm pretty sure. I just had a birthday on December 3rd. And I'm really excited that you're here, and I'm excited that I'm doing a YouTube video. I plan on doing 2 a week about, and I hope to create a following, and I hope to be able to impart really excellent energy shifts and transformations and alignments for you guys, and also answer any and all questions that you have. I'm happy to open up my laptop and read out some questions and answer them so that we can all learn and move forward and expand and evolve together, okay? So I have a list of questions from someone today. Her name is Marie, and Marie is a very curious woman. She has not been in for sessions. She knows, she's pretty well aware of my work. She's a pretty happy girl, does a pretty decent job of keeping herself in pretty good energy integrity. I'm going to go ahead and answer her questions. I have already called in the angels and guides, and I'm happy to talk about all that stuff as we move forward. But let's dig in and actually start applying energy work, and along the way, you can learn all about it. You can learn what it is, how does it work, what would it do for you. But there's no better way to do it than to dive right in and start doing the work and having you witness it so you can see for yourselves, okay? So let's take a look at what Marie's questions are, and we'll move right ahead. Okay, so let's see. All right, here are the questions from Marie. All right. Number one, why do I need energy work done? It's not a need per se, as in I need to go to an energy healer or an energy worker of some sort to get my energy work done. It's not a need, okay, to get energy work done. Energy is the precursor and the very basis of your entire materialized plane. So many will say, I don't know what energy is, that's weird, or it's voodoo, or what would be the point? Just put the square peg in the square hole and just move on and be done with it. It's just that when we grow and learn through our experience, we find when we look at the energetics of our experience, we can create a lot of shortcuts and facilitate much faster, farther movement in a shorter period of time. Needing to get it done with someone else isn't necessary. Needing to recognize that energy is here working on our behalf everywhere throughout all time, space, reality is essential. Because if we really just lived in a 3D world, just in our material plane, it would become very boring very fast. We are here to evolve, and we enjoy growing and learning from the time we're babies. Babies will take a sippy cup and drop it and see what happens. Their mom picks it up and hands it to them. They'll drop it and see what happens. And it will happen over and over again. The baby will smile. We are always, even when we grow older, I just turned 59, we say, well, it's fun to keep seeing what happens if I do this, or what happens if I do that. I'm not dropping sippy cups anymore, obviously, but I'll try to be more honest and clear in my friendships. I will try to be more, I'll try to have more intricate knowledge of my work. It's curiosity. And it's the study of life when we begin to look at the energy. When we're looking at the energy, what we're really doing is we're saying, how does this work? How does this work? How does this really work? How do we manifest things? How do I get a job? How do I buy my first car? How do I manage my first relationship? And we contemplate these things in our minds if it's a first, and we're very curious. So we may take what would be similar to a sippy cup for a 59-year-old and drop it. Like I'm doing a YouTube video that I haven't done in 2 years. So I'm going to make the video and I'm going to drop it into the water and see what happens. It's the exact same thing, and it's really fun. And it's very satisfying to be curious and to be inspired and to see what happens and to see what our experience brings back to us. Yeah? So it's not a need to do energy work as much as it's a necessary component to everyday living on this planet Earth. So Marie, you're doing it every day anyway. You're curious about energy. You're working with the energetic plane all day long just by being here in the physical plane. You may not be present with the energetics of what's going on, but the fact that your next question talks about how you're happy will show you that you're enjoying the energetics of your life. So here's your next question. I feel pretty happy with my life. So would I still benefit? Of course you would. Because it's even more fun and it's more happy to take a look at the spiritual part of everything that you're doing. Okay? So when we talk about spirit and we talk about energy, it's essentially the same thing. There are two distinctions that delineate energy as being separate from spirit. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll go ahead and do it right now. So when we talk about the energy of something, we're going to talk about these glasses. All right, so the energy of these glasses, they're made up of protons and neutrons, and and they are vibrating. And I'm seeing right now through my connection to spirit to share this information with you that there's a bzz, that there are all these little molecules. There's a molecular structure of protons and neutrons, and they have a vibration, and the vibration gives off the energy that tells me, my brain, oh, this is a pair of glasses. Now, if you were to look at this in its tiniest form, it is made up of essentially space. It's just that in our manifested reality, all of us as a whole have decided this is a pair of glasses. This will help me sharpen my eyesight so that I can see these questions more clearly, so that I can see, written material a little bit more clearly. A spirit actually has something behind it working on its behalf. So here's what they're saying is the difference between energy and spirit. These glasses have a lot of energy. The molecular structure that makes up these glasses at its very basic elements, the molecules have a vibration, and therefore they have energy. They have energy to them. The vibration of these glasses will change based on how these glasses are used. So for example, let's say I were to wear these glasses and take a very difficult and challenging exam. After the exam's over, I can hand these glasses to someone who's a really great energy reader, and they can hold these glasses in their hand and they can read the energy of how I've been using these glasses lately, and they would be able to say, oh, I see you've been very challenged, maybe a little stress. It was a rigorous exam. Now that's called psychometry. That means someone is able to actually hold an item, an inanimate object in their hand, and read the energy of what this inanimate object has been through or has experienced by its user, okay? We're still talking about energy. Now, spirit, the example I'm being given, it would be like, for instance, my new dog. So my beautiful girl who's a pit bull, her name was Vegas, passed away about a month ago, about maybe 5 weeks ago now. It was very sad. And 2 weeks after she passed, I just kept thinking and feeling that it would be good to get another dog. And so I took one step at a time, and I worked with the spirit of my dog Vegas, because she was a living being here. And I worked with God and the universe and said, okay, show me the way. If this is the best time, let's open all the doors and help me walk right through all of these doors. If there's the best dog for me, show me the way. And so I talked to both Vegas, my dog, and to God, source energy, and asked to be shown the way. Now, what happened was the first dog I saw at Orphans of the Storm online is the dog that I have. Her name is Santa. So I thought, oh, that's a really cute dog. She looks cute. She looks sweet. She's very pretty, and she's hugging the caregiver in the photos. So then the next day, I just got this hunch, oh, I think I'll hop in the car and I'm going to go and see the dogs at a viewing room at a mall. The mall was closed. So I called Orphans of the Storm and said, your website says this is open. They said, oh, we are open, but in this other location. So I drove there. I walked in, and Santa, the one that I saw on the website, was the very first dog just inside the door that I saw live. She was really sweet. She had lively eyes. She was also hugging the caregiver or the volunteer that she was sitting with while I was finding out more information about her and petting her. And I walked away to look at two other dogs, and Santa just looked, and she had her eyes. They were alert. They were completely on me, connecting with me. And I looked back at her and said, I see you. I get it. We made a connection. She has a spirit. And my spirit, my soul, my spiritual energy was emanating the request. I'm looking for a dog and I'm looking for the right dog for me. I also called the spirit of my previous dog Vegas and asked for help, and also I asked for God and the universe's help. So when spirit energy works together, things happen really fast. So this is an inanimate object, and I don't want to say it does not have a spirit. I will say that the correct words I'm getting are that this has a different and a very separate energetic quality, because these are man-made, okay? Because this is a human's thought form that manifested the idea of glasses in this particular product, okay? This is heavily imprinted by the spirit of mankind that has said, I would like to invent and manufacture glasses. I would like to invent and manufacture a laptop, a Christmas tree, a telephone. And so they do have tremendous amounts of energy. But the spirit of all of these items actually come from its user. And this is going to be really important to understand. Our spirits and our souls for this video are one and the same. That's a whole entire conversation when we dig in deeply to the intricacies of spirit work. And our spirit is eternal. So Vegas, my dog, has an eternal spirit. My spirit is eternal. Santa, who's over there, I tried to get her to come join us tonight for our video, but she's not here tonight. She will be here for one of these videos, and then I'm hoping she stays for them. And to remember the difference between energy and spirit is to understand there's an engine behind a spirit, okay? What makes my spirit dance? What makes my spirit sing? What makes my spirit feel fully expressed, okay? My spirit moves through me, through my body, okay? My skin and bone and bloods are like the outfit of my spirit this time. And the expression of my spirit lives through me. There are desires, there are dreams, there's guidance. There are rendezvous that have been pre-planned long before I got here. There are plans from previous lifetimes and other dimensions and influences that come together in my spirit for the benefit of my soul growth, my soul journey, and things that are really important to who I am as an ancient, age-old spirit being, soul energy, okay? So energy, think of it this way. Energy is like moving particles, okay? Sort of like these glasses having a molecular structure that has a vibration. And spirit has an agenda. Spirit is here working with all of us for particular reasons to help guide us, because there are desires here. We came, human beings, as creators. We're here to create. All living things here on this planet are creators. Inanimate objects are the creation. Okay, these have energy, and my body has energy, and my spirit has energy. There's slightly different dimensions. However, we all connect together on this lovely, beautiful physical plane that we call Earth. So, next question. Let's see. Yes, you would still benefit even though you're happy in your life, Marie. And the reason you would still benefit is because you would be even more happy if you could see the beautiful superhighway of how energy and spirit work together to create this lovely manifested plane here that we can see, taste, touch, feel, smell. and being and beyond. So yes, you would benefit because it would raise your frequency even higher with the added awareness of how these things work. Okay, here's your next question. I've heard great things about energy work, but I don't think I'm spiritual enough for it to work. Or since I'm kind of skeptical, maybe it won't work. Is there something I can do to make myself ready for work with you? No, we're going to do some editing. I'm hearing my spirit guides are saying, let's take out work with you. We're not talking about work with you. We'll talk to you, meaning through Deirdre, us in particular, the way she's working today, her expression of the work now. We'll take that part out because instead we're going to continue with the general discussion of energy work, okay? I've heard great things about energy work, but I don't think I'm spiritual enough for it to work. We just described spirit. We just described the anatomy of spirit. There's a soul agenda. There are desires moving through a spirit, okay? So my dog Incenta and I are together now because her spirit was looking for me and my spirit was looking for her. I showed up and there she was, and she showed up and she was perfectly available and ready to come home with me in about 5 days. So spiritual means having a spirit, which is a strong soul connection and eternal desires and journey for this particular time, space, reality, and dimension that's being played out and expressed by you as you are today. So you can't help but be spiritual. Everybody here is spiritual. When you understand the anatomy of spirit, you're a spirit moving through your body. You wouldn't be here otherwise. So you are spiritual. Okay, let's just look at your next question. Okay. Skepticism. So what I'm picking up, you say, or since I'm kind of skeptical, maybe it won't work. My feeling on this, because I'm reading your energy right now, is you trust your own feelings. And you're very astute. In fact, you're actually learning how to really fine-tune your feelings, the intricacies of your feelings. That means the details of your feelings and the fibers of all of your feelings. A lot of people have a situation and they have mixed emotions and mixed feelings. And you're understanding all the threads of that for yourself. So the word skeptical is actually coming from you wondering if you would want to hear someone else's viewpoint in receiving energy healing or energy alignment or energy activation, whatever work. We usually just say energy work. So for you, you trust yourself pretty well, and you're continuing to gain mastery over your own energetic awareness. So the reason you're using the word skeptical in this question is because you may not be all that open to hearing what someone else has to say about something that you already know pretty well for yourself. Receiving work from another person, whether it's me or whomever, I follow my intuition. I follow my gut. You know, sometimes I notice I have too many patterns that are in the same ilk that I'm dealing with, and they are not transforming quickly enough for me. So I'll call some of my colleagues for a little help on a few things. I trust them. I know how to follow my intuition pretty well. So I'll make a phone call and get some help about something if it's a recurring pattern and it's something like, gosh, I really wish I could lick this. I was hoping this kind of thing was behind me by now. Why is this still here for me in my life? And how am I still learning and growing from this versus just moving on and being done with whatever those patterns are that I have? So that's when I reach out for work. Otherwise, I'm very much trusting my own experience. my own thoughts and emotions. And that seems to me, from what I'm getting right now and picking up energetically, is the word skeptical just comes from you feeling like you've got this, you've got a good handle on it, and probably so. Energy work with other people, people outside of yourself, is beautifully beneficial when you feel like you're coming up against a lot of the same things. So, let's say you're going along, and then you kind of butt up against, something again and again, and you realize, oh, this is a repeat, and I'd like to be further along on this by now. How might I do that? And that's where energy workers can help you, like, tremendously move through things, even just through awareness. It helps you wake up and change, your patterning really quickly, because wow, you go, I didn't realize that that's where that was coming from. It can be a very quick process. Is there something I can do to make myself more ready for work with you? So when you want to be ready for work with someone outside of yourself, you want more awareness, you want to become even more open and aware of why you have some of the patterns you have, or why are some of your behaviors going the way they are, or relationships or business or whatever. You reach out for someone else, and you can become motivated to work with someone else when you realize that there's a few aspects of life that you're not moving forward with because you've been working on yourself for a while and you feel pretty good, pretty happy most of the time. There are a few little areas that you're still working on, and that motivation to move over some of those humps helps you pick up the phone and make an appointment with someone to get a little energy work done. I actually do my energy work. It's funny that we're having this conversation about spirit and energy tonight, and these are your questions. This is the genre of all of your questions, actually, is that all of my work is done through spirit. I work with God on all of my work. And there are a lot of different names people use to represent God, and I like to use my language as God and Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. That's just where I'm happy, I'm comfortable there. Those are my words, and that's home. That's my spiritual home base for me. Now, there's the Spirit of God for sure. There's the Spirit of Jesus for sure, and there's the Holy Spirit for sure. And there's a lot of spirit energy in the Holy Trinity. And for me, that's just home. Again, it's a particular imprinting in all of us that creates a safe space for us to be just so comfortable and so relaxed, to allow some of our patterning and things that we've been kind of stuck with for a long time to be dislodged and removed and released and dismantled and dissipated completely. We have to be in that safe, calm space. Most of the energy workers are great at that. They're great at seeing that and realizing that for people. So where one person is uncomfortable with a word God or a word of a particular religion, another person is very comfortable and enjoys that the most. And this is the lovely part of how individualistic we all are. We have our own fingerprint, and it's our own expression of who we are and how we're comfortable. And religion has zero to do with it for some people and everything to do with it for others. I've worked all around the globe now. I've worked with a lot of people from India. It's a whole different network of spirit guides in the energies. And It doesn't matter. What matters is we're here as a human being, these beautiful spiritual bodies moving through us at all times. And we have a soul agenda. We have a soul purpose, a soul meaning, and we're here to fulfill that. And we are. And so for me, it's really fun to take a look at this spiritual imprinting, the religious imprinting, the imprinting of our childhood, and all that subconscious imprinting is actually ancestral memory. And when you can start getting into the ancestry lines to release energies, that's really fun. It's the most advanced work that you can have done these days. And when you do work with energy workers, you may want to find some that do the ancestry work. I mean, ancestry determines our height, our hair color, our eye color, our gait, our posture. A lot of it comes from our choice of words, even our thought forms. And this is all passed right down. This is actually DNA. It's ancestral memory, and cancer is healed this way, and bad backs are healed this way, and problematic shoulders and knees and all that stuff. Relationships, intimate relationships. This is all ancestry memory actually that's coming through us, and it is pretty much only energy work that can help you realign this stuff. And that's what's so beautiful about it. I probably went past what you were asking. Oh, what can I do to make myself ready to work with you? Recognize some things in yourself that you would like to shift and get motivated enough to want those things to shift, and pick up the phone and call someone and explore it. It's really fun to explore. And you don't lose anything at all. Most of my clients, if it's a physical ailment, a disease of any kind, they're working with doctors, and they also work with me. And I've had a very high success rate, and clients are very happy. So I recommend the energy to be worked on, as well as whatever your physical doctors are asking you to do. Okay, next, is the work religiously based? Not at all, not at all, not at all, unless you want it to be. So if someone loves their religious life, and they love their religious choice, we can work all through that as well. Religion is actually the vehicle that a human being uses to practice their spirituality. There are earth lovers that practice their spirituality through their hiking, through their cold plunges down at the beach in the winter, through yoga, through deep breathing, through their churches, their synagogues, their mosques. So remember that the word religion is actually a choice, an expression of your spirituality. And there are a lot of ways to do that. Okay, does it really work over the phone? Would it be better in person? No, 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 no. Not better in person at all. Best by phone. The more you can put yourself in a place of working with pure spirit and energy, the better your energy work and the results will be. And the reason I say this is because you are put in a position, you and the person you're working with, to work 100% through energy and spirit, because you are on the phone, because you're not in front of each other looking at each other's hair color and eye color and skin tone and demeanor. It's so nice to just work with a blank slate, straight up with the energy and the light and the love of Source, and have that rain upon your client in pure spirit form. It is a much more pure experience by phone. Long distance doesn't matter. So spirit and energy have no knowledge of time or space. Spirit and energy have no knowledge of time or space, okay? It's just the pure thought that creates the energy and the momentum of the spirit to be carried through on behalf of another person's highest good. There are so many demonstrated results, and by many workers across the planet that have tremendous success with meetings by phone and even meetings remotely done. I've had many of them where I'll have work done and someone will send me a note and saying, hey, I cleared your throat, I cleared your pelvic floor, I've cleared a couple different places, and I can feel it and I know we're done. We didn't even interact on the phone for an hour. So the more remote, I believe, the better, because you're dealing with pure spirit that way. And we're talking about energy work tonight. So it's the best way to work with energy is to give it this space of pure energy work. So I highly recommend you try it by phone or even just remote, which means your worker, your energy worker would ask you, what's the situation? Can you send me a picture of yourself? And they'll do the work, and then they'll send you a few sentences saying, you're completed. Here's some of your guidance, and that's it. That's actually the best, when you even take the words out of it. I talk a lot in my sessions. So thank you so much, Marie, for your questions today. I appreciate it. I know this is a little bit of a longer YouTube video, but I really wanted to say hi to you guys, answer a few questions, talk a little bit about my work, and also about energy work in general. I know that there's a lot going on in the world right now, so I want to do an energetic attunement for everybody, to help you lift and clear your energy field right now. And then I'm probably going to give a few messages about what's going on in the world, or what's going on for those that will be seeing this video. And then I'm going to probably sign off.